An overpopulated jail could run out of space to house inmates. Now the sheriff's office plans to resolve the issue.
And despite Hurricane Irma, Florida's top tourism marketer is still trying to bring in 120 million visitors before the year ends.
Plus, Sarasota County commissioners discussing what to do about parking problems at Siesta Key Beach. Your Suncoast News starts now.
Live from our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is ABC 7 News at 6. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us. Our top story tonight, an overpopulated Sarasota County jail is filling up so fast that within a year or two, the sheriff expects to run out of space to house inmates.
Now, the issue isn't a higher crime rate in the community. Instead, it's drug addicts who are serving longer sentences and are constantly in and out of jail. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick talked to Sheriff Tom Knight today. She joins us now live to explain what the possible solutions are. Jess?
Jacqueline and Scott, there are really two options on the table at this point. Build a larger jail that's expected to cost just shy of 80 million taxpayer dollars, or reduce the number of inmates.
It's become a facility that houses addicts.
It's a revolving door. Repeat offenders constantly in and out of the Sarasota County Jail.
Those people who are drug addicts, who are committing minor crimes to fuel their opioid addiction.
These addicts are serving an average of 60 days at a time for committing third-degree felony crimes. Capacity is 1,026 beds. Today, 930 of them are filled, which is over operational capacity.
And we have to remember, you can't just put everybody in a bed. We have classifications, we have gang members, we have males, we have females.
Sheriff Knight stood in front of the Sarasota County Commission Tuesday to warn them of a looming decision that needs to be made sooner rather than later.
I believe as a sheriff it's much more expensive to build a jail than it is to do recovery.
A new jail would cost roughly $80 million. There's no dollar amount on a recovery program because it hasn't yet been established.
I believe that we could probably look at least 100 beds that we could open back up if we're able to get a program going.
While eager to learn specifics, commissioners are open to the idea of sentences that involve less jail time and more recovery time.
Where it was left was, let's meet one-on-one, Sunshine Law, we have to meet individually with him, but talk about ideas, look as we go through budgeting, how do we want to do this?
It's a crossroads, and the county commission will have to decide which path to follow. Now, if the commission decides to go the route of more recovery and not build a new jail, then obviously there are a lot of stakeholders. Obviously, there's the community, and then prosecutors and judges, they'd all have to be on board. But of course, this is just the beginning of the conversation. Reporting live in Sarasota, Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you, Jess. Two men have been arrested for jewelry theft. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office arrested Blake Jewell and Yestel Guerrero Mata in connection with two jewelry thefts that happened last month. Jewell is charged with stealing a $5,500 gold bracelet from Macy's at University Town Center. Guerrero Mata is charged with stealing from a watch store. The suspects were identified through surveillance video and they were arrested yesterday morning.
Let's get a check on our weather on this very warm day on the Suncoast. Here's Bob Harrigan with the first alert forecast. Bob.
Thanks, Scott. We're looking at the radar picture right now showing some showers to the north of us associated with a weak frontal boundary now. It's over North Florida. That is now stationary. Unfortunately, it's not going to whip on through and cool us down. We're waiting for that. The big celebration isn't yet to happen for the arrival of fall. Summer-like conditions continue, especially down to our south where the humidity is a little higher. We're going to start to tap into some of that come Friday and into the weekend. A few isolated, very small showers have been popping up here and there, but generally skies are partly cloudy across the region. You can see just over the last hour that one lone shower moving across parts of Manatee County, then out into the Gulf, and that is about it. There's a very small, slim chance for an isolated shower near the coast. Currently, we have partly cloudy skies, 85 degrees out there. The dew point is at 70, and winds are out of the northeast at 6. The pressure 2994. Now that is holding steady for the most part. The planner for this evening calling for generally fair skies up until 11 o'clock with temperatures dropping down into the mid-70s. More in your forecast, and we'll take a look at a Hurricane Ophelia now coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Florida's top tourism marketer is focused on attracting 120 million visitors this year. Visit Florida hopes to achieve that goal even after Hurricane Irma closed the Florida Keys for a month and as recovery continues along both coasts. The Visit Florida president told state lawmakers Wednesday he's not backing off that 120 million tourist goal set at the start of the year by Governor Scott. The organization's president says they have begun a post-storm marketing campaign to let people know Florida's tourism destinations and beaches quickly reopened.
You can't back off. Can't back off. That's why we're, again, being aggressive with sending the message, using social media, using traditional media to send the message across the country and also the world. We're open.
Before the storm, the state estimated 60.7 million people had already traveled to Florida.
Well, parking continues to be an issue on Siesta Key, especially at America's #1 beach, Siesta Beach.
Today, Sarasota County Commissioners talked about some solutions to the problem during a workshop. ABC 7's Rick Adams joins us live from Sarasota County Administration Building with more. Rick?
Yeah, Jacqueline and Scott, good evening. This meeting here just wrapped up a little while ago. Parking on Siesta Key does continue to cause a little bit of a headache. The county's Parks and Rec Department did present a report to the commission today. Things being considered do include paid parking, park and ride, a ferry service, and bike sharing.
Well, everybody wants to go to the #1 beach in the nation and experience it, and it brings with it cars and traffic and congestion, and we're trying to find solutions to that to have it be less of an inconvenience to both our visitors and residents.
And commissioners say that they'll continue to talk about the Siesta Key parking issue in the coming months, and they're not through talking about this issue and looking at some possible solutions as well. And we'll have a lot more on this coming up tonight at 11. Reporting live from downtown Sarasota, I'm Rick Adams. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Rick. Certainly a big issue there. I mean, the concession stands are great in the parking area, but you have to get there pretty early if you want to go to Siesta Key Beach.
Yeah, after 9 o'clock and during the busy time, you're not going to find a spot. Still to come on your Suncoast News, a code ordinance in Sarasota County is forcing some residents to maintain land that they don't even own.
And a museum exhibit at Selby Gardens is showcasing a unique flower that's grown all over the world in many different ways.
Now you can win a $50 Visa. It's easy. Just enter the word of the week at mysuncoast.com. This week's word is cure. We'll pick a winner each week. Good luck.
The ABC 7 First Alert Hurricane Guide arms you with vital information to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast, including how to create your readiness plan and survival kit. Visit mysuncoast.com and download yours today.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at CaliforniaClosets.com.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing. But sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that. And with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Celebrate the end of summer with big savings during the Jeep Celebration event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers or save big on a new sleek and stylish Jeep Cherokee for as little as $18,999. Drive off today for your next great adventure in a brand new Jeep Renegade for as low as $15,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Selby Gardens is celebrating the diversity of the largest family of flowering plants on the planet. The Orchid Show, Earth, Air, Fire, and Water opens tomorrow at Selby. Guests can visit the Orchid Show to see the variety of orchids that grow throughout the world in dramatic displays. The exhibition also shows the routes botanists traveled to examine orchids in their natural habitats.
They're extraordinarily beautiful, very delicate, very complex. I think it's a combination of things, and there's just something that has appealed to us for centuries.
A range of classes and special events will accompany the show, which will run through Thanksgiving weekend.
Sounds very pleasant, and what a beautiful show, I'm sure.
It's always a great place, just a relaxing place to visit and take in nature at its best.
Still on my to-do list.
Yeah, you haven't been there yet.
I have
You
not.
have to go.
I know.
Bob is up next with your First Alert weather forecast. Stay with us.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Buy more, save more. Volume discounts on 4 or more windows.
Do you have type 2 diabetes, which requires daily blood monitoring? If you have diabetes, are you on Medicare, Obamacare, or other health insurance? If you answered yes, you may be eligible for diabetic testing supplies at little to no out-of-pocket cost to you. Our accredited staff will handle all of your paperwork for free. And best of all, your diabetic testing supplies are shipped directly to your home for free. Call now to see if you qualify for a meter upgrade and a free pedometer to monitor your daily walking. Use alternate testing sites, a smaller blood sample, and even hear your results out loud. Will you qualify for diabetic testing supplies and an upgraded meter covered by Medicare, Obamacare, or health insurance at little to no out-of-pocket cost to you?
Find out for free by calling the Diabetes Resource Center at 1-800-394-1098. That's 1-800-394-1098, 1-800-394-1098.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC7 News app.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Before we get to weather, I just want to quickly wish my wife a happy anniversary.
That's right.
20 years ago
Happy
today, we
anniversary.
tied the knot, so yeah,
I remember that.
I'm a very lucky man.
That's
Oh,
right.
happy
You were there.
anniversary to you
It was a
both.
great wedding. Yes, absolutely.
He caught the garter.
That's It's a long time ago. It was right there in the Bay. You know, it was a
man.
beautiful wedding, and congratulations. And
thanks.
Yeah.
Good job, Gilda. Great girl.
Yes,
Yes,
she
she
is so lovely, as well as your daughter.
Yeah, we're very fortunate.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of jellyfish in the water today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I would say, guess millions.
Oh,
Wow. I mean, they're everywhere. They're small, they're long, their tentacles are all over the place, and we'll talk more about that, obviously, in the fishing segment coming up tomorrow. But look out if you're going out in the waters, especially in the Bay. That's where they were heaviest. KCK webcam showing nice weather out there right now. Beautiful throughout the day today. Seas pretty calm. Calm conditions on an east wind and just a few clouds and a few very isolated showers with the KCK webcam there. And the picture that you see here a little bit ago showing a shower well offshore, pushing away from the coastline. Raymond getting that one from Lido Beach, and Titan radar picture showing a little bit more rainfall down to our south now, but that's going to be staying there throughout the day tomorrow. So it should be another nice day with a few brief sprinkles late in the afternoon and evening. Not much accumulation anticipated as the storms are working basically on an east wind, so they're moving off toward the west. And the heavier showers down to our south, and even those aren't that heavy at this time, but the moisture availability will increase throughout the day on Friday. You can see we have one lone shower making its way through parts of Longboat Key out into the Gulf, and right now looks like a nice sunset setting up, 85 degrees. A few clouds around, dew point at 70, winds out of the northeast at 6, the pressure 29.94 inches. The high today was 91 degrees. And that was well above the average of 86 and 94, the record set in 2009. This morning's low was 73. And no rainfall reported at the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport. For the month now, we're stuck at 0.08 of an inch of rainfall. The hourly forecast for Thursday, pretty much like we saw today, upper 80s to near 90 degrees for high temperatures. We'll have partly cloudy skies, the rain chance less than 20%. So not much of a chance for a few brief showers late in the afternoon. Futurecast will depict that from the forecast model tonight. Showers winding down, then tomorrow, down to our south, we're starting to see a little bit more activity on Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening, but not much for us. By Friday, you start to see it encroach to the north now as that stream of moisture moves in behind a trough of low pressure that's heading off into the Gulf, and that will give us a better chance for some scattered showers and storms persisting through the weekend. And you can see this long plume of moisture here extending all the way over to the Bahamas with this upper level low. Now we're going to see this moisture kind of pinwheel into our direction as that will be in place on Friday. Well, here it is, the 10th hurricane, a consecutive hurricane of the 2017 season. Ophelia is now at 75-mile-an-hour winds, could get as high as 80 to 85 over the upcoming 2 days. And look at this, it's going to move off to the northeast and then eventually to the north, right toward Ireland. And it's known as a cyclone bomb. It's going to be up to 70-mile-an-hour winds as it heads into, it looks like, Ireland in about 4 or 5 days from now. So it's going to be a dangerous storm. It'll be moving rapidly, too, into that direction. You see an area of low pressure now moving to the northeast. This is going to continue to work its way off toward the northern New England states. That frontal boundary is all the way down now south, but it's going to pull up stationary and eventually fade away right to the north of us, so it's not going to move on through. For boaters, tomorrow looks like this, light chop out there. Seas basically running 2 feet or less. Sunset at 7:05, sunrise will be at 7:29. Tonight mostly fair, isolated sprinkle, pretty much over, 73 for a low. Tomorrow 89 for your high, and a 20% chance for a late day shower. And then the rain chance is increasing right through the weekend at 50% with partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Bob. Sarasota County recently passed an ordinance in 2016 that requires residents to maintain the right-of-ways adjacent to their property, although there are exceptions. ABC 7's Haley Wilgus has more.
This is how deep this is here. My lawnmower absolutely could not go in there. Absolutely not.
The sections of land surrounding Susan Kirkwood's home on 47th Street are not on her property. That land is owned by Sarasota County. But because of a code ordinance passed in 2016, she is now in charge of maintaining it.
I'm absolutely furious. You know, I don't think it's right. I think they should really maintain all of the county property that we all pay taxes for. You know, that part of our property tax is to maintain county property.
And besides principle, Kirkwood says she physically can't mow the land with the equipment she has.
I have a riding mower, and there's no way that my ditch is steep enough that my mower would tip over if I tried to mow my ditch.
Since it can be hard to tell on camera, Kirkwood volunteered to walk into the ditch to show us its depth.
It's kind of nerve-wracking with the lawnmower that's on that weird angle, so.
The ordinance allows certain land to be declared in unusual condition, which means it can't be reasonably maintained by the owner or occupant. Residents can file a written petition to exempt the area and have it maintained by the county after an on-site inspection and approval.
I called and no one called me back to even send me a package or whatever I need to do, fill out an application or whatever needs to happen. Nobody returned my calls.
Kirkwood decided to send a message to Sarasota County through a sign in her yard, which she says hasn't helped. We contacted county representatives who said they do have a recent voicemail from Kirkwood and they are looking into her individual case. They sent us this statement. In 2016, the Sarasota County Commission approved a change to the mowing level of service in some residential areas following extensive public outreach. The responsibility of maintaining the rights-of-way along residential roadways was transferred to adjacent property owners. This change is consistent with existing practices within the cities of Sarasota, Venice, and Northport, and has resulted in savings of more than $500,000 per year. If you have county land adjacent to your property that you're unable to maintain, you can fill out a mowing exemption request on the Public Works section of scgov.net.
Furious with the county that they would allow this to get like this.
County representatives say they will work with Kirkwood to get her issue resolved. Haley Wilkes, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Haley. We'll be right back with more. Stay with us.
Tonight, crisis in California, one of the state's deadliest wildfire outbreaks. Homes incinerated, lives turned upside down, the race to account for the missing. This is Where America Turns. World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC 7 News app.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
In the Spotlight, theaters are rolling out their opening shows for the season.
The West Coast Black Theater opens with a multi-Tony winning production, In the Heights. ABC 7's Linda Carson has more.
In the Heights will make for a lively evening.
It's going to be a phenomenal party overall.
It's a musical with a hip-hop beat and Latin-infused rhythm.
It's a celebration of culture, family, heritage, discovering of oneself.
It takes place in Washington Heights in Manhattan, a place where both Michael Mendez and Jim Weaver have lived.
It's about the people in the neighborhood and the change, the shift that's going on for them. Gentrification, rents going up, things becoming more expensive, and people having to deal with that.
It's a time of turmoil and changing times.
During this change of time, we experience, family, love, and one of the themes of the show is patience and faith.
It's a musical and a drama telling a great story.
Everything is interwoven, and the choreography comes out of the exuberance of the emotions of what they're feeling at that moment.
One song is called 96,000.
96,000! Where one of the characters in the show wins the lottery number. It's a big event, and everybody's just like fantasizing what they would do with such an amount of money.
And even if you've never lived in Washington Heights, the characters will remind you of people you know.
Anyone can relate to the folks that you'll see in the neighborhood. The young upstart, the loving, nurturing grandmother figure, the long relationship couple having some issues that they're trying to deal with.
And what he wants you to take away from the play?
Well, I hope people see the story for the honesty that it presents to them, the love, which is the ultimate message of the piece, just everyone getting together and celebrating.
In the Heights at the West Coast Black Theater Troupe. It's going to be October 14th through November 19th. And you'd better get your tickets now. This is a great show, and those tickets are going to be hard to get. Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
The season is getting underway.
That's
isn't it?
right.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
lots of events coming
I
up.
saw some people starting to fill into the Dry Dock restaurant too. A lot more people. So the seasons, people are already starting to come back. And
Yeah.
we got a big fundraiser tonight, 7 o'clock at Payne Park for Puerto Rico. You want to head out there too if you can, and donate a little bit of money. Hear some music, or just donate some money. All right, that's not a bad idea. We're looking at some nice weather.